Hello, Just Too Good here, and today we're taking a look at a LEGO Trolls World Tour set. This is a Pop Village celebration with 380 pieces, 3 traditional minifigures, I would say, but there's like more figures, and it retails for $50 in the United States, where I got it from Kohl's.
Oh, I've been waiting for this day, the day I could dissect these Trolls figures and see which pieces make up each one. If you're new to these, which I am too, since this is my first Troll set, here's what these are made up of. So there's one piece at the top, which is the hair piece. And yes, each Trolls figure, or most of them at least, because I don't own all the sets, but I could assume, they use these 2x2 top stud parts so that you could attach whatever you want to them. So that could be dangerous because then you could just end up attaching bricks to the top, but also that's kind of fun. And then at the top, each of them have a separate hair or a hat piece. This is one whole piece except for this accessory, which, since this seems to be one marketed more towards girls, judging by the instructions, they have a lot of those accessory holes so that you could accessorize each of these figures. Poppy in particular has a stud at the top. As for if these pieces are exclusive, well, the face print I don't think is. I think it also appears in the Western set. This hair piece is exclusive for the coloring of these flowers here, specifically the green one, but it's such a small difference from the other ones, I'm not sure collectors would really care. And the torso print, as far as I know, is exclusive. It's a pretty adorable design. There's also some printing at the back, but that is it for this version of Poppy. And Branch is a pretty similar build to Poppy. This design is actually not exclusive, as it also comes in the hot air balloon set. Some interesting pieces, though, if you don't care about the Trolls, with the nice new torso print, but more specifically, short legs with dual molding. I just like the colors on there. The face printing, again, nothing exclusive, but this top hair part, it's a little bit hard to remove again, but the design there actually has space to fit something at the top. So they do that with another figure in this set, which is probably going to be the next figure we take a look at. And that guy is, well, Guy Diamond. Yeah, that's his name, Guy Diamond. He has Guy in his name, like Guy Ferrari. The design of this uses a nice aqua coloring. It's nice getting the short legs in aqua, this torso in aqua, all that's cool. Same pieces as Branch, actually. If you just look, he's kind of a recolor of Branch. He is exclusive to this set, though. Oh, and if you were wondering how the head's attached to the neck, well, it's just like any other LEGO minifigure. At the top, for his white hair, though, there is an egg. It is nice to get in lavender. So that is it for Guy Diamond. But this isn't the only diamond you'll see in the set. And this is Tiny Diamond. Yeah, it's almost like a minifigure baby, where it just has one stud attachment. And this design is actually pretty well made. I like the glitter on there. I like the printing on the face. At the top, there's even an accessory hole, so if you want to make him wear a tiara or whatever, you can go ahead and do that. But he is also exclusive to this set, so if you want to get any of the diamonds, you're going to have to buy this set. But let's take a look at another figure. Yeah, we can't forget Cooper. And this is very interesting. It's made up of some different new pieces. So there's the base body, right? The legs don't remove or anything like that, but you can remove the head. It does have a minifigure neck attachment. I'm going to have so much fun with that. And then the head, which is just like a LEGO Trolls head, has that attachment for the hair. So you can make Branch or Poppy wear this hair hat combo. It's a very interesting piece, which even has some nice detailing with the hair there. And there's an accessory hole at the top. Now, Cooper is not exclusive to this set because he also comes in the Catterbus, or whatever the heck it's called, which is another set I really want. But it's still nice to see him here because that set I think is like 30 to 40. This set's 50. It's not much of a price difference. Oh, and his legs can fit onto 4 studs. And perhaps I'm including a close-up of this spider for good measure. But the design here is pretty cute. They use some pretty common pieces in different ways with the legs, using those flower-pegged pieces so you could adjust them up and down. And also this face print right here is exclusive to the set, where he does have that pretty weird look on there. This piece is actually used in a different instance with another printed face in the build, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So the build for the Pop Village has a lot going on. There's different pods and sections all throughout, filled with many details. Starting at ground level with the front, there's a musical stage for Poppy to perform at, and that actually serves as the entryway into the Pop Village house. To the left, there's this exclusive printed face here. I don't know, there's just a lot of random faces in this set. You'll grow to accept it. There's some lavender here and some bright bluish green, which it's nice to get those pieces in those colors. Not sure how many are exclusive. I know this Branch probably isn't, but it's still really cool to get. And at the right side, there's this design of a slide. Right under there's a little mat that says, "Please go away," which is a sticker. Of course, if you don't know how the slide works, put your minifigure on there and they slide down pretty easily. To the back, more details with a ladder leading to the slide and this catering cart or range inside, which can be easily removed. That cupcake is not attached to the top, which is a little bit annoying, but you could just make one of your minifigures hold it. To the left, it's nice to get the ice cream piece in purple because it doesn't come too often in that color. To the right, there's a cupcake with what seems to be some cherries or grapes at the top. There's a sticker, and you could open up that compartment, which is just clipped on. There's nothing inside, but I guess that serves as an oven. To the left, there's this pan, and to the right, there's a spoon. Not too much else going inside the house, at least at this bottom floor. Moving to the second floor, there's a little hiding place for the spider, which you could just cover up with this web. Nothing else on the interior there. To the left, there's the lightning piece in a nice translucent purple, which I haven't seen it in that color before. More little branch detailing. There's another sticker at the top here and some felt pieces. Yeah, this Lego Trolls theme is one of the first Lego themes to integrate felt into the builds. And they're kind of interesting. They're much harder than I expected. I thought it was going to be a very soft design. So I guess that means they won't tear easily. But there's two. There's this flower, and then at the back there's more of a purple splat. But it makes for what seems to be just a very happy flower. That 2x2 printed circular tile is not exclusive to the set and appears in some of the other sets in the wave. So for the top of the build, there's these pods here, and I'm trying to avoid them for now because they're their own separate builds, and we'll take a look at them next. They're attached to these vines, one of which is kind of a hinge design, so you could adjust that as you'd like. One's a translucent purple, and one is this translucent blue, and those are exclusive to this set. There's one more pod, which is a separate set, and they allow you to attach that to the top here. You see this play feature right here is, first off, an aqua disc, which I haven't seen that disc piece in that color before. You can either make it sun or rainbow. You could adjust that to move to the left, and right on top here is where you could put that third pod, which is a separate set. It's Poppy's pod. I think it's a 4+ set. It's like a pink pod. So they have enough space to add to this and make it a bigger build. But that's really it for this main Pop Village build. Now let's take a look at the pods and then the vehicle. So these pod pieces are very interesting. They only come in this set and that one Poppy's pod set, so these are the only colors and only ways you can get these colors. They use two new pieces, which are these half bulb pieces, as I like to call them. So there's two of those, and they have the hole at the top, but they also have these pinholes where you can put Technic pins in to the side. And instead of using Technic pins, what they use are these leaf blade pieces, which is a second new piece. And these are quite interesting. I want to see how people use these in the future. But either way, to open up the pods, you got to remove one of them, and you could just open them almost like a clamshell. And this first build is Tiny Diamond's throne. That throne is just such a strange build with the nice sticker at the back. What these pods have inside are also some receiving studs, which bring another new piece that I almost forgot about. And that is this elongated 2x6 with the studs at the side. And those attached to receiving studs at the bottom. And it's just a tiled floor. So I can see a lot of mock builders wanting some of these pieces. And at the top, there's 4 receiving studs in each pod, which is a little bit hard to remove this. But there you go. So you could put, what they have here is just a little diamond, I guess for Tiny Diamond's name. But to the right here, they have a sticker disco ball, which is kind of funny. You could pull out this part for what seems to be either a luxurious little pamper bed or just his bed. And the design of this at the back seems to be a hair dryer, which is actually a really nice build. Like, that's just something you could put in Lego City. And to the left, there's a brush as well. For the second pod, which might be Cooper's, there's a little jukebox build to the right, which also has the skateboard, which is why I assumed it was Cooper's, because he uses a skateboard. And then to the left, there's this bed here, which also has a tiara and a golden little party hat. And finally, there's Tiny Diamond's vehicle. This is just so stupid looking, but it's funny. That's the whole point. It's not taking itself seriously. There's these new music note pieces, which do have a receiving stud at the back. I would love to see how people use these in mocks. Same with this treble clef, am I right? Musicians in the comments will kill me. And then at the front, there's a sticker as well. And there's enough space to really just fit him inside because there's a 1x2 jumper and a steering wheel. But that is it for the builds of the Pop Village. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict.
The box for this is an appropriate $50 box size. I like this design of branch to the left, and at the back, there's more little details on what you could play with the set. And there's 2 instructions, a smaller one and then this bigger one that has some interesting advertisements, one of which shows the connection between this and Poppy's Pod. And there's also an advertisement just showing a whole bunch of these new sets, which unfortunately, yeah, I don't own any of the other ones besides this one. That's all that Kohl's had. So overall, I get it. Lego Trolls, weird. Yeah, weird theme, weird property, weird license. I like that stuff. My own personal bias, I like weird-ass Lego themes, and this is a weird-ass Lego set. Beyond that, I'm just looking at this if you're not like me, because not a lot of you guys are like me. Is this a good set? Is this a good parts pack? Well, let's see. Is this a good parts pack? Very much so. I think there's so many interesting pieces. All that bright bluish green, all those unconventional lavender pieces, and designs of the pods, those 2x6s, the minifigure pieces here. So if you're a mock builder, yeah, get this. If you could find it on sale, get it on sale. Would you buy it full price? Even I'm not digging that $50 price. I think this should be $40 at most just for what's included. It doesn't feel like it's worth that $50 price. There's a lot of figures here, though, which I do appreciate. And then further beyond that, is this a good build? Well, I mean, it's very specific to Trolls with all those screaming faces and things. But if you take that away, if you strip out some of those stickers, some of those prints, I think this is something you could fit in a fantasy setting pretty easily. And it's actually really fun to play around with. So if you're looking for a set to build maybe with some of your younger family, this would be a good set to get. If you are a kid watching this, don't demonetize my channel. No, I'm kidding. This is actually another fun set if you are a kid, because there's lots of nice parts to play with. So yeah, I can't be even too hard on it, even looking at it from that perspective outside of me liking weird stuff, because I think this is a really interesting and fun set. In a world where licenses get the same builds over and over again, whether it's Star Wars doing the same ships, whether it's Marvel doing the same $20 oversized bike, this feels fresh, and I like that. It's more akin to something like Lego Disney, but even then I think the builds in here are better than those Lego Disney Princess-esque sets. I'd rate this one a B+. The price is weighing it down the most, but other than that, I'm really happy with what came out here. Are all the other Troll sets good? I don't know. I gotta get them. But let me know what you guys think. Am I being too easy here? Am I being too harsh? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.